Hey class, so sorry I can't be there today, but I know that you guys are in good hands. But I wanted to kind of reflect where we left off yesterday. And yesterday you were able to do a little investigating and reflect on what is the life of a graphic designer. So it got me thinking, one thing that a graphic designer does is that they have a signature, which we call a watermark. So on all their graphic art, they will put their name on it just so that they know, that the audience knows that that is their work. So I just typed in here under the Google search photography watermark so that you guys can get some ideas of what your watermark could look like. Now watermarks come in all different shapes and form. As you can see, these beginning ones, you see a lot of first and last name, and then they might write photography or their company's name. Um, but what I really want to focus on are some of the pictures that I noticed so that you can get an idea of what you could do for your watermark, because that's exactly what you're going to be doing today, even though I'm not there. So let's look at this one right here. What I like about this watermark, it's not really somebody's name, it seems like it's their company, but they have more of a symbol as their watermark. So they chose an anchor with a a camera to represent it's probably photography. So I'm going to exit off of that. If I keep on going, let's see what other watermarks definitely stand out. There was one that I really liked because it was perfect for our class. Um, okay, well, I can't find it right now. But regardless, as you can see, here's a good one. These ones are initials of people's names or whatever it might be. It says Memories Forever Photography, so maybe it's not their name, maybe it's just the initials of their company. It's a simple shape. They added another shape and the initials. So that is a watermark that they created. And I know that we've learned the reflective tool, so that would be helpful for us to create something with that, but I can't find it right now. Okay, so as you guys can see, and feel free to look up other ones for inspiration. Sometimes I even do that too. I'll write water photography watermark inspiration or ideas. That's fine. So ideas, and then you can think about, all right, I definitely like this shape. I'm going to add my name for my watermark here, and there's definitely some examples. So now I'm going to go onto Pixlr, and I'm going to go to File, New Image, and as you can see right here, this is the part that really matters. You want a transparent background. Now we haven't done this yet, so that's why I want you to pay attention. Please make sure that this is marked because it's going to come out really nice on a picture when you put it on there. So I use an 800 by 600 template, that's okay, and I'm just going to title this watermark sample, and I'm going to push OK. So here's my template, and I'm just going to do a simple basic one so that you can see what the point of this is. So I'm going to add a text, and I'm just going to write my name, my last name, and I'm going to use a light blue for this one, and push OK, and push OK. Now, of course, for your watermarks, I expect some shapes to use. You can definitely play with your effects that we've already practiced. If you really liked your logo, you can use that as an inspiration to really play with that. Going through the text and playing with the different fonts sometimes just makes a really nice watermark background too. So maybe I'll just change it to something fancy. All right. So now I'm kind of giving you the big picture. When I save this, I'm going to go to File, Save, and I'm going to save this not as a JPEG this time. I'm going to save this as a PNG. But for you, do not save this until you're completely done. When you're completely done, then you can save it as a PNG, but always make sure you have at least a PXD, a layered copy, because then if you save it without the PXD, then you can't go back and change the layers or fix it up. So have a layer copied where you save it as a PXD, but I'm going to save it as a ping so that you can understand what the point of the watermark or how it works. So it says transparent, and that's important to know. So I'm going to push OK, and it's telling me where do I want to save it. I'm going to save it on my desktop because I'm on my house computer. So I'm going to call this watermark number 4 because I've been working on a couple. So I'm going to save that. And I'm going to go to File, Open Image, and there's a quick picture that I'm going to practice putting that watermark on. So here's a picture of me. It's a little silly. And all I'm going to do is bring this watermark one that I saved. Actually, I'm going to exit off of it just so that you guys can see. So I have my picture. I'm going to go File, Open. I saved it as watermark number 4 as a ping, so as you can see right here. I'm going to push Open, and now I'm going to grab this one and just drop it off on my picture. Now it's a little small because my picture right here, it says it's 4,000 pixels times 2,000, and I used only a 400. I used a 400, or sorry, I think it was 800 pixel. So I can always reduce my picture, my background picture, and make it smaller, or if you want to start with a bigger size canvas for your watermark, then you can always reduce that also. So as you can see, this is where my watermark would go, and that's pretty much it. So that's the whole point of the watermark. So now when I post my pictures, this is what photographers do. They end up just writing and putting their logo on their pictures so that no one will steal them. So what exactly is your task today? Well, your task is to create your own watermark, and you need to find some inspiration. One, I would suggest going onto Google and just typing in photography watermark ideas or just watermark. That got me some results too. Then you can explore on Pixlr what shapes you would like as yours, and just because you do one the first time doesn't mean that's the one you have to stick with. And please, honestly, do not even save it as a ping today. If you want to save as a ping to see what it would look like on a picture, I'm okay with that, but don't choose one as your final one, because on Friday, tomorrow, we're going to have a class discussion about graphic designers and your thoughts about that, just kind of where we last left off. And we're also going to talk about what kind of watermark we would like to leave. But today's more of an exploration, experimental, what would I like to add as my watermark for my projects in the future. All right, so that's going to be the rest of the period. Please have fun, do your best, and everyone should be working on this for the rest of the period. Like I said, this is the most simple one that I just want to demo. But what I am expecting from you is definitely play with your shapes. We've learned reflective tools, just a reminder, duplicating the layer, adding a drop shadow, a background. You have your paintbrush tools, you have some shapes here that you can definitely use. So just have fun with it, and I will see you guys tomorrow. All right, bye.